We are here in your house sports season 2 premiere on this beautiful August 28, 2022. I forgot to mention to you, it's our 1 year anniversary of the relaunch of this show as well.
It is. Oh my God.
Yeah. Through all the fiasco, it's a 1 year anniversary of the relaunch of this show. I'm Manny D.
It's your boy Vassos.
Boy Sammy's not here with us today. He is out negotiating to get at least 25 more teams into the Big 12. So we'll see how that works out. So, let's see.
You know.
The
Big 24.
Yeah. 24 pack. But we're back at it again, guys. We've been missing y'all summer vacation. Football had to take a hiatus. We're not talking about basketball, no baseball, nothing really exciting going on there. But, we kind of decided, hey, man, this is football. This is a football podcast pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's a football podcast, and it's pretty seasonal. Well, we can go throughout the whole year, but, I mean, why do it when this is the most fun we have to talk about anything, the most knowledgeable?
Yeah, it trumps everything. When we talk about whatever, it's football. So we're going to have a different format coming in this season, so we'll get into that later on. But like we talk about Facebook, all that good stuff, share it in your house sports, like the page, share this video if you're watching right now. inyourhousesports@gmail.com. If you guys want to get in contact with us, you want to advertise with the show, hit us up, inyourhousesports@gmail.com. We'll get back right at you. So today, basically, what we're going to go over is the 2022 college football season predictions. Yeah, this is week 0. We understand some games happened yesterday, but
I don't count.
No, man.
I mean, it was Nebraska. That was the biggest team in Florida State. Come on now. Nobody cares about Florida State no more.
Isn't it funny? Nebraska and Florida State, like, hey, man, it was whatever.
It's,
1994. Yeah, that was all you talked about.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
I'm afraid, yeah.
Nebraska playing Ireland. Yeah, so, all right, cool. Good for them.
Losing.
Yeah, losing. But
it was a good game, but golly, come on now.
Yeah. So we're going over the predictions for this season. We're going to get in depth talking about the Big 12. This is Big 12 country, obviously, so we're going to get in depth talking about the Big 12. So that's what we're talking about today. And like I said, towards the end of the show, we'll kind of explain to you what we're going to be doing this year and where to be looking for us at in the future episodes. But before we start the predictions, we're going to quickly go over the Summer of Chaos Part 2. It started last season when Texas and Oklahoma pretty much defected going to the SEC, right? So now this year, UCLA and USC going to the Big Ten. USC, hey, it's a big deal. UCLA,
Yeah. Little brother tagging along.
But those two make the move, so obviously it's going to be a domino effect down the line. We already have the 4 from we got BYU, Cincinnati, UCF, and Houston coming to the Big 12 next season, along with Texas and Oklahoma still there, so that's going to be interesting to see. So USC and UCLA, when was their timeline? Are they going? Is it up after next year?
I think it's either next year or in 2024.
Yeah. And so now there's rumblings about Oregon, being the next team going to the Big Ten, which would be obviously you have to have Oregon.
Yeah.
To get out of the Pac-12. And once that happens, I think the Pac-12 is going to start crumbling.
Oh, it's already they're already panicked. Who wants to go out there and play?
Yeah.
Who wants to go to the West Coast to play? Yeah, Sam. Yeah, see, here we go.
Yeah, timeline's next year.
Right from the negotiation table, right there.
Yeah, you heard it first from him. So yeah, and then obviously too, the Big 12 got a new commissioner, Brett Yormark, replacing the legend Bob Bowlesby. Yeah, Bowlesby, he left out with the final word, man. Yeah, he left out on a bang though. He's like, I got y'all 4 teams. You're welcome. I'm going.
You're welcome. Quit at me.
Yeah. I mean, he did his thing when he left, whatever. Yeah, happy retirement, Bowlesby.
Yeah, for USC and for UCLA, the travel is going to suck, especially because they got to go across country to freaking Maryland. to play.
Yeah, first off, who gets hyped to play Maryland, and then you got to travel all the way to the East Coast to play Maryland?
Yeah,
that gives you more reason to whoop Maryland.
Yeah, it's like that's for making us come all the way out here.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
the landscape of college football is changing big time.
Exactly. It's pretty much like we've been saying. It's going to be like 3 conferences is what it's going to be.
Yeah,
Be like 3 mega conferences, and that's all it is.
And I know we talked about extensively last season about the TV deals, about the streaming services getting involved, and there's a lot of sports hosts and whatnot, podcasts, whatever you want to call them, talking about how that's not going to be a major factor. Well, I think it is going to be a major factor in the end because who would have thought the NFL going to Amazon Prime, where you have to have Amazon Prime to watch a game.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to happen.
I hope it doesn't go that way because look what it's done to baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making a lot of money just from the rights deal alone, but I guarantee you viewership is down all the way around. And that's hard to do with baseball. So, and it's hurt it because I mean, hell, it's hard to watch a Rangers game.
Yeah.
Like my buddy Ricardo, huge Yankees fan. He's got to pull it up on his Fire Stick, watch it through like a bootleg service that way, and then he's got something on Prime, and even then, some of the games black out if they're playing on ESPN or something like that.
Yeah, and you talked about the money deal. Do they even care? They got the money already up front, so it's like, hey, we got our money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, what
ratings. Who needs ratings?
Yeah, so I hope it doesn't go that way either. I really don't. It'll hurt, I think.
Yeah. NHL with Apple TV. I mean, hey, but playoff hockey, man, that's where it's at. That's where they make their money right there.
Yeah, they do. But we'll see how college football goes. I'm the same way. I think it's going to go that way. I hope it doesn't because then you have to pick and choose. Well, my team's going to come on this service, but I don't have that service. Do I need this other service? You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not right. I don't know.
You got to figure out, okay, I'm going to add this for X amount of months. And hopefully, it's only, or hopefully we don't play New Year after New Year's Day.
Right.
So that way I don't have to pay for that month of January.
But I think ESPN, they fumbled big time with ESPN Plus. They could have made a killing with ESPN Plus, but it's trash.
I mean, they tried to make it like this own exclusive platform, but I think once they started like, hey, you got to pay this. Oh, well, you want these things? Oh, well, you got to pay extra to get this. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. It's like how the zone's now starting to fall in that problem.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you subscribe to us for $20 a month, but you want to buy this Canelo fight? Oh, you got to pay extra for that.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's, ESPN, and that's what I don't understand. It's like, a lot of people got it for UFC. That was the big selling point. You're going to have all the UFC pay-per-views on ESPN Plus. You buy that, and it's like, oh, yeah, and you got to actually pay for the fight. Dana White's still going to get his money one way or another.
For what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
I just don't think that. That, and it's like you said, ESPN Plus, their cameras are terrible.
Horrible.
Their broadcasting cameras are terrible. It's like, did you just say, hey, you in this beginners broadcast freshman, come on, let's go. We're taking you out there.
Yeah. Here's this Sony Walkman camera.
Here's a handheld cam. Go out there.
I was like, hell, give us $100. We'll broadcast the damn game. We can do it. Make it more entertaining than they're at. They don't even pay attention to the game either.
They're like, who's that? I can't see.
84. Oh. Yeah, I thought he graduated last year. I'm like, what? Yeah, it's trash, man. Trash. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I think, like you said, it's going to just keep on evolving until, I feel like one of those, old men yelling at the clouds. Just keep it on network TV and just do it. And I'm used to the SEC on CBS, but now that's going to be taken away after this year, I think, or 2 years from now. They're going to be solely ESPN. And so now CBS is like, hey, I guess we got to get the Big 12 if we need to. But, I mean, that'll be a big deal. But still, it's like.
Yeah, it's going to be weird listening to them dudes on CBS calling a Big 12 game.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing here, Brad Nessler? Cincinnati and Baylor, what?
What?
But I mean, that's what's been going on last season and this season with those two teams making the jump to the Big Ten. It's never ending. It's going to continue to go. It's a big shift. It's a big shift in sport, in college sports, and the NCAA is going to eventually, be separated from college football. They're going to get governed by their own, agency or whatever you want to call it. Their board. Who would be? I don't know. Probably somebody out of left field that you're like, what? This person's going to run it? It's going to be a business person.
Got to be. Because then they don't have a vesting interest in one team or another, or one conference or another.
Yeah, they don't care.
Whatever. Pay me.
Where's the profit?
Yeah.
And to me, that's why I think the Big 12 did a good hire with this guy, because he's a business person. He don't care. Got no invested interest in nobody.
Elon Musk is going to buy the.
They're going to have a first game in space.
I was going to say first game on the moon.
Yeah.
He's going to everything's going to be sponsored by Tesla. Going to broadcast the games on Twitter.
Yeah. Who knows? You never know, man. Stuff is crazy. But what we're here for tonight is to talk about the conferences, the Power Five. We're going to break down the predictions. So the Big 12, like I said, we're going in depth on the Big 12. We're saving them for last. That's our conference, right? So we're going to kick off with the ACC conference. I'm going to give my top two teams. Vassal's going to give his. Looking at this conference, man, you take like 2-3 teams out, it's like, man, there's nobody there, honestly. But
it's just what is it? What's the saying? Something by default. Not I can't think of what it is right now. I had it, and then as soon as I started talking, it left me. Yeah.
When you look into the two divisions in the conference, you got the Atlantic and the Coastal Division, right? So the Atlantic, I picked Clemson to come out. I think they're going to have a rebound here. They're not going to be this 12-1 Clemson team that we've seen, or 13-0. They're not going to be that team, but I think they're going to win that division. And I think Miami's going to win the Coastal Division. Same thing with them. I don't think they're going to be 10-2, 11-1, whatever is the case. It's just you win 9 games in that conference, you're good. So I think those two will represent the ACC and the ACC championship game.
Yeah, I'm with you on Clemson. I just looking at their conference alone, it's like, who's really going to challenge them? I mean, really, Florida State? That's really about it. North Carolina State? No, come on, man. And then you look across. I mean, at least across on the other side, at least you've got Miami, you've got Pitt, and you've got North Carolina. North Carolina is just one of those teams that just seems to hang around. You let them stick around, and they find a way to beat you. So I will say I'll go with Pitt, and Sam's going Clemson and Miami.
North Carolina disappointed me last year, man. I had them winning, I think, the ACC and like being a surprise to make it to the playoff. They just disappointed me big time.
They lost a couple of really close games they had no business losing, and that really, really kind of sunk their morale for the year.
Yeah, because they were on the up and up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like you said, that conference, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just looking at – I don't say Clemson is, like, regressing or anything of that nature, but I don't have this feeling that they're going to be as powerful as they've been the last, decade or so.
You got to think how much of that their defense is what kept them in the games last year with Brett Venables.
Yeah.
He's gone. Are they going to be able to have that same energy on defense?
That's hard to replace.
It really is. And then you really don't have much offense to begin with. So what are you going to do?
It's going to be interesting. Like I don't feel like they're still going to get the hype, right? But it's not the same to me. I don't feel that same energy.
Yeah,
through the whole team.
They're not them dogs.
No. So, like I said, I think they'll win the division, but it's it's not going to be like an impressive. So out of those two teams in the championship game, I will pick Clemson.
Yeah, I think regardless who they play, I think Clemson wins the ACC outright.
So next we go to the Big Ten. The Big Ten to me is the same way. You take out Ohio State, you take out Michigan. Who's really there?
Yeah.
when you start really looking into these teams, it's like, okay, who's really there? But Ohio State, man, hands down, I think they're gonna win the East Division. That team is loaded. They have a lot of people coming back. They have no business losing that division at all, in my opinion. In the West, to me, it's like I was kind of just looking like, I guess by default I'll pick Wisconsin. But even then, it's like I'm gonna go ahead and say they play Ohio State. They're getting smashed in the Big Ten championship game,
just like they always have. Yeah, see. To me, it's a toss-up between either Ohio State and Michigan, but I think Ohio State's going to come out pissed off, considering how they got embarrassed by Michigan last year. And I just don't. I can't see Harbaugh pulling off back-to-back wins against them. Lost too much on defense there at Michigan, and I think Ohio State just flat out underestimated them.
Yeah.
And now they're like, okay, now we've got to come back and focus. And they missed out on any chance of a playoff. They missed out on the Big Ten championship, which that was the first time in what, 10 years?
Yeah.
At least that they weren't in the conference championship game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm with you with Ohio State in the East. In the West, I'm going to say Iowa. They seem to be just a team that somehow sticks around and can just beat anybody for no reason. And Fat Sam's going with Michigan, Iowa again.
Was it last year or the year before? I was like number 2 in the nation for a whole hot minute. Last year? Yeah, and then he started just.
No, they didn't play Ohio State. Who was it that they beat? And it vaulted them into number 2.
Wisconsin, Penn State? No,
I know they beat them, or was it just by attrition that everybody else fell and Iowa kept winning?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, it was Purdue that beat Ohio State, so they fell and Iowa just kept beating everybody.
Yeah, and then Iowa beat Purdue and got them up. And
yeah,
it's so crazy. Yeah, I was just there, and there's just nothing sexy about them.
No, just run the football and play defense.
That's all you got to do.
I mean, what's the dude, the coach's name at Iowa? I forget what his name is, but he's like the longest tenured head coach.
Kirk Ferentz.
Yeah, he's just like the longest in NCAA right now.
Yeah, he's been there like at least 22 years, 23 years. Yeah.
I mean, he's got no expectations.
Nah. Just get up and go. Just have my coffee ready. We're good.
My coffee and my corn.
Yeah. His only thing is don't lose to Iowa State. That's it.
So UCLA and USC are going to be trashed in the Big Ten. I don't know about that. I think USC will make way more of a splash than UCLA. But compared to Ohio State, I don't think so. They ain't there yet.
UCLA and Purdue is going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be the new rivalry. UCLA, man, come on. What have they done besides being in LA?
I think being in LA.
That's it, right? I mean,
Chip Kelly.
Come on, what have they done? If anybody out there knows what UCLA's done, let me know. I know they won the Rose Bowl in the 90s, but other than that, what have they done? Besides basketball. Basketball means
they stopped USC 1 year from going to the playoff. I think that's about it.
That's about it, man. Like, seriously. Gosh.
Other than that, yeah, I don't think they've really. I mean, they've showed. What was it? They beat Go Tigers. They beat them in last year. Was that last year or the year before?
It was last year.
They beat them right out the gate, and then fell off the rest of the season.
That was it, man. Everybody was hyping up everybody, man. Chip Kelly's back. Chip Kelly's done this. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, that's the Big Ten. Talk about the life support Pac-12 conference here. The same thing with them, man. Remember, they're doing the whole It's different. They didn't have no divisions this year. They're just the top two teams. Top two teams with the best records going to go in the championship game. Taking a page out of the Big 12. I mean, duh.
Yeah.
But out of the Pac-12, I think Utah and USC are going to represent in the championship game.
I think Oregon's going to be in there, and I'll give you Utah. I think Oregon and Utah will be the Pac-12 game.
And I got Utah winning the Pac-12.
I'll take the contrary opinion. I'll stick with Oregon.
Oregon might fly on the radar this year.
They'll hang around. I think when they win, they're definitely not going to go undefeated. Mm-hmm. I think they're just they'll sneak in and then they'll beat Utah. I think Utah will be flying high and mighty, and then lose. Ooh, Utah and Washington.
Interesting.
It's an interesting choice. Bold, if you will.
Yeah. So what happens to like Washington State? What happens to Oregon State? To Cal? The Big 12, the Pac-12 just disbands. Are they going to just go to the freaking Mountain West or?
Oh, I'm thinking what they'll do is they'll just say some will go to the Mountain West, and then whatever's left will go try to get into the Big Ten.
I feel bad for them teams, man. Seriously, it's like, what are they going to do?
And then the American whatever don't want them, the American Conference will like, we'll take you. We'll take you.
We'll have a West Coast, expansion here.
Yeah.
It's just sad because I think Utah will be the next one to go as well. They got enough.
They got enough talent.
Prestige. Yeah, they have enough prestige. Washington, will get in somewhere as well just because I think they have that prestige as well. But
I mean, I don't know.
The Cougars, man.
In the Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Well, they already burnt their bridge with
the Big 12. They're probably, hey, we're back. We're sorry.
Y'all remember that joke we played on y'all like 14 years ago? You remember that one time? We were talking about we were leaving.
Yeah,
we thought we were leaving.
We thought we were leaving, and then we didn't leave, and then Nebraska bailed, and we're like, we're going with you.
Yeah.
And then Missouri left us. Yeah, and A&M did too. And we're like, hey guys,
we were just playing.
Yeah. We didn't want to go. They just took us.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. Pac-12 is going to have like a real different feel this year.
They're not going to. I think this, and that's always just that team that's just nobody cares about.
Yeah. I think the Pac-12, like, I don't know, general, are probably more pissed than the Big 12 was when Texas Oklahoma defected.
Yeah.
Because, like, Big 12 had options. Pac-12 don't have options.
It's like, you're our big money maker. Yeah. And you're taking UCLA. How dare you? You're taking the hottest market, in our conference out of the way.
Yeah.
That LA market right there. You're taking that away, and you're going to hurt, our ratings. You're going to hurt our money. You're going to hurt everything.
Everything. Frost on the hot seat. Yeah. Surprised they didn't leave him in Ireland.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he just stopped at the pub and pulled an Urban Meyer and said, I'll fly home with you guys tomorrow.
I actually think they're going to make a bowl this year, man. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Nebraska?
Yeah, they'll go 6-6.
I don't know. The way Casey Tompkins stays the starter, I don't think they will.
Yeah, man, they had high hopes for that guy. Yeah.
Oh, I knew as soon as he left, I said, man, he had a better chance staying at Texas than he does going out there to Nebraska. So, man, he thought he didn't have a line at Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Welcome to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
All right, SEC, everybody's favorite conference in the world. You look at the SEC, same thing. You take out, the SEC West. Who do you have?
Yeah. You'll have Florida. That's about it.
Georgia, that's it. Kentucky. Yeah. You don't want to talk about the Kentucky football team. Mark Stoops will get pissed, man. Get pissed off. But you really don't want Lane Kiffin as the face of your conference. No, not at all. No, you want that guy face of anything creepy or nothing. But to me, SEC, man, you got to beat them for them to move out the way. It's Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah. They're the big dogs, and until somebody proves otherwise that they can beat them. Desmond Howard.
Yeah.
Talking about A&M.
Yeah, we have to see that happen before we can say, all right. Even if they make the play, I'm like, nah, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
They're playing right now.
Yeah, they ain't winning no national championship. Just because they had a really good recruiting class don't mean they're going to win.
At all.
Yeah.
Even if they won a national champion, I still be like, that didn't happen. Nah, man, y'all stupid. That didn't happen.
Check their birth certificates.
Yeah, something happened. Nah, ain't right. No.
Check their eligibility. Check their grades. It's the Pony Express.
Yeah. Bama, they're not going to be Bama this year. They're not. I got Bama beating Georgia, though, anyway. The redemption.
Yeah. Saban's coming back pissed. So generally what happens, it seems like if they lose, they don't win back-to-back and they lose a year, they usually come back and win the next year. Very rarely does it go years without Alabama raising the championship.
Yeah, they'll come back pissed, especially with all the trash talking with Jimbo and him.
Oh God, yeah,
it's off season.
Oh yeah,
especially all that going on. But my thing here's sneak peek of what I got later on. Nah, I'll wait. But yeah, Bama. I think Bama's winning the SEC this year.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I think they go undefeated. They're gonna be that type of year.
Yeah, I can see both teams going undefeated until the championship game, and both making the playoff. I think both of them will make the playoff.
Well, I'll go ahead and do my sneak peek then. I don't think Georgia's making the playoff.
Ooh.
And they're going to slip up one game before they play Bama. Vanderbilt, baby, it's your year.
Samuel has been hacked by Skip Bayless.
And Desmond
Oh, hell.
Did Vanderbilt win? I know they played Hawaii.
I think they won at least one game last year, but they haven't won a conference game in years.
They had like one good year. They won 7 games or something. Everybody's like, oh, here we go. And that was it.
It's their year.
You sound like my fan base, man.
Nah, fam, they got it this year.
No, we got it. They got it in the bag. All right, so before we talk about the college football playoff, we got to talk about the home-based conference, the Big 12 conference. That's all we're invested in. That's what it's all about. Thank God we got an opposition Texas fan on the show. Makes things better. It makes things a lot better. So anybody want to be a guest and you're like a Kansas State fan, join in. We're going to roast you. But
I don't know why you would admit you're a Kansas State fan in the first place. But
y'all stay consistent, though. I'll tell you that much.
I guess it's better than being a Jayhawks fan, unless it's basketball season.
Yeah. But, man, I want to do this from last to first, prediction-wise in the Big 12. So, first, number 10, who's going to finish last, it's Kansas.
Big bad Kansas.
Big bad Kansas. Maybe they'll win 3 games this year.
It might, depending on their schedule.
Yeah. I always root for them to go 3-0 non-conference. I really do. Like, this come on, 3-0, let's do this. Like, put some strength to our conference. Damn
yeah. Some respect on our name.
Yeah, let's go 3-0. But honestly, though, man, they looked all right last year at times. There were some times
they showed promise.
Yeah, this team like okay.
They got no quit. That's one thing I will say. They don't have any quit in them.
They don't at all. And give this guy a chance. Lance Lapointe. I forgot. I don't like to say your last name. Give him a chance. Let him do his thing. And give him 5 years. Give him a 5-year deal and let him ride it out and just see what happens, man. Like,
yeah.
Gosh.
As long as he don't go around kissing cheerleaders and stuff like that, he'll be all right.
Fine, yeah. Like, let him be.
Kissing cheerleaders and punching players, What was
Yeah.
the dude's name? Was it Mangino or?
Hell yeah, man. Old man Gino had them number 2 in the nation. Or number 1 at one point, was it?
I think it was. Yeah, it might have been one or two. One of them.
I will never forget them. Missouri was like number 1 and number 2 on the
Punching.
Saturday night game. I was like, what the hell is going on?
It's the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that was weird. It happened, folks. Look it up. But yeah, so I guess we agree on Kansas being number 10. Fat Sam as well. Number 9, I got Texas Tech.
I got them a little higher. For 9 for me, I'm going to go with Kansas State.
Fat Sam got West Virginia.
He's got West Virginia at number 9.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So after number 10, I feel like the gap is going to be very, very thin.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these teams are going to be, the ones at the bottom probably like 5-win teams. So it's not going to be a horrible year. Just the way the conference is built right now.
It's just that
it's going to be tough.
All these teams are pretty much, except for the top tier, it's like everyone else is just kind of, it's interchangeable. It's who's healthy, who's not healthy.
So Texas Tech fans, I don't think you're going to go 3-9. I'm just saying you'll probably go 5-7 or 4-8, but a very respectful 4-8 and 5-7. Just the conference is tough.
Yeah.
I do see Tech, coming up a little bit, but I'm not saying top of the conference standards, but down the line, maybe a consistent 7-win team. Just saying.
And Sam, I was going to go 8 with Texas Tech as well. So
Tech at 8. I got TCU at 8. Enough said.
A respectful 8.
Yeah, respectful 8. Number 7, Fat Sam's got
TCU. Yeah, TCU at 7. I will go West Virginia at 7.
That's who I got at 7 as well as West Virginia. West Virginia disappointed me last year as well. I picked them to be like that out of nowhere surprise team. They got JT Daniels now. See how he does at West Virginia. But
yeah, we'll see how that goes. But like you said, it's a crapshoot at this point for everybody in the middle.
Because they're going to pull off some upsets, 1 maybe 2. I'm worried about West Virginia.
Yeah,
every year when we have to go play them at Morgantown, I get worried about that.
Like if you play them on the road, you got a good chance. But if you play them there at their place,
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. At 6, Sam's got Iowa State.
Same here. I got Iowa State.
Trifecta.
Yeah, and it's not bad. Iowa State fans, you one fan out there that's listening to us, no disrespect. It's going to be a respectful.
It's a rebuild for Iowa State.
Yes, and that's okay. It's okay. They'll be back. I'm serious. I'm sure they'll be back.
Campbell will build them up.
Yeah, so they might.
Don't leave for USC or something like that.
Yeah, they'll go. They'll probably win about 6-7 games. It's going to be.
They'll
tough.
get bowl eligible.
Yeah, nothing bad. All right, number 5. I'm ready for number 5. I'm gonna go ahead and do number 5 real quick. I don't know if he's still on there, but I got Texas number 5.
Yeah, I got Texas. Yeah, we're all in agreement. Texas at 5. Yeah.
Yeah, Texas 5. Same thing. Hey, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Number 4. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's a new quarterback, but just don't think. I don't know. I was going back and forth. I said, you know what? Texas will win about 8 games, 9 games. But I'm like, 7 sounds about right. But I'm going to push. I'm going to hope for 8.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying if they do 8, that's great. Right.
We will beat Oklahoma this year. I will say that. We will beat Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think so. So number 4, I got Kansas State.
I haven't said TCU yet, so I'm going to go with TCU at 4.
Yeah, Kansas State. We're about to hit where it's going to be interesting. The top 4. But yeah, Kansas State. They're going to be consistent. Number 3, I got Oklahoma.
I've got Oklahoma State at number 3.
Yeah, I think with don't get me wrong, Venables gonna get that defense straight, and it's not gonna happen this year. You'll see peaks of it, but I think eventually it's coming.
Yeah, they'll hit their stride by the time they go to the SEC.
Yeah, and the new offensive system and everything, it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna happen quick.
Yeah. So Sam's got OU as well.
So number 2, I got Oklahoma State.
Like I said, I got Oklahoma. I just don't think they go back-to-back years missing the championship. I just don't see it. I mean, it's a new system. I think it's going to be an ugly struggle for them. But it's calling for his head.
Man.
Hey, man, they've been content for years with just keeping him bowl eligible.
Yeah. I mean, he exceeded expectations last year.
Yeah. It's like –
and beating Notre Dame, too. That was icing on the cake for last year after that title loss. But obviously, number 1.
Hard, too.
Oh, my God, yeah. Oh. The number 1, I got Baylor. Yeah. It's hard to not pick them right now.
That's the most consistent team, the most solid team on both sides of the ball in this conference.
It's the first time I picked Baylor to win the conference, like ever. So if anything happens, it's my fault. It's my fault.
I don't think anybody in the conference is going to go undefeated. I think everybody will lose. I think Baylor will lose one game. It might be to Oklahoma State. I think it'll be to Oklahoma State, but they'll still make the playoff and win the championship. Sam's calling his shot.
Here's my thing on Baylor. If they can beat BYU, second game of the year, in Provo, Utah, and can beat West Virginia, I'm confident they go undefeated because they got Oklahoma State at home, which is good because that's another tough place to play.
Yeah. Do they play in Norman this year?
Well, Oklahoma State.
Oh, I mean Baylor.
Yeah, so they play here this year. Last year we lost over there. That's a tough place to play.
So
but
do they play OU at home?
They
play
Norman. Yeah.
In Norman? Okay.
But I just feel like that BYU game worries me just because. But yeah, they're consistent. Yeah, the offensive line, defensive line is back. That's your heart of your team. Well, yeah, quarterback, of course, but
I'm still not sold on Shapen. I'm just not.
You're not.
There's flashes, but I don't think he's the guy yet.
Yeah. But he'll need his running game to step up big time to be able to deliver. But like I said, the gap with Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, and Kansas State and Texas is going to be close. It's going to be one of those. One can just take over the other every other week.
I think it's just going to be who loses late in the season.
Mm-hmm. Because Kansas State, man, I'm not, taking Kansas State out of potentially sneaking in number 2 in the conference. They're just consistent, but they got those flashes too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Ooh. Samuel's pulling the baby. Yeah. He's calling his shot. Are we sure he didn't get hacked by
the Corso? And I'm not saying this just because we're homers. This is a conference that we follow big time. But to me, I think it's the most exciting conference week after week.
Because you don't know what you're going to get. You just don't know because some games you'll get are just going to be a completely defensive game. Some games will be a completely offensive game. Whereas it used to be, it was just all offense.
Yeah. You just never know.
Toughest test will be TCU because they always play each other. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just like to dismiss them, though. I don't want to talk about them.
I don't think they'll get up for TCU, or I don't think TCU will get up for Baylor. I don't. Especially since they themselves don't really have a quarterback in mind.
Yeah.
What was it, that Max Duggan? I just don't think he's ready.
Sonny Dykes, man, I don't know, man. I get it. He did good at SMU. He flopped that cow, but he did good at SMU. It's just I think TCU is just going to be just constant bowl eligible team.
Yeah, I think. Like I said, I got them flip flopping between them and Texas. I was like, yeah, I'll go TCU just a little bit better.
Yeah, because they'll sneak in a win or two. You're like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Other than that, it's like, what else are they going to do?
Yeah, they're not gonna be. I don't think they'll be in the conversation, but they're not gonna be. They're not gonna be the team that's gonna be a threat.
Yeah.
Wow. Every game by 14 or more.
Putting on the line, man. He's speaking it's in existence.
Samuel is speaking like a true homer.
On paper, though, if you look at it on paper, the way their defense plays, and if their offense plays great and that defense plays great, then yeah, it can happen. But you have to see with Shapen how he does.
Yeah,
I'm confident in him, but he's not I don't know, Bryce Petty. Let's just say Bryce Petty, right? Like that's the quarterback right there.
He ain't RG3.
Ain't RG3, man. Oh, RG3, if he had an old line, oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Big 12, excited.
Yeah.
He put his ear on the line.
He spoke that one into existence.
Yes. Put the beard on the line.
He was sweating with Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. and Kansas, and with although he did say they would lose to Kansas, but
yeah.
But
yeah, exciting times. I'm gonna get into the college football playoff predictions. So these are my predictions that I have. I have Ohio State playing Utah, and then I got Alabama playing Baylor. I think, like I said, I can see Baylor going undefeated, and that's, to me, that's the only way they get in the playoff. Still, at the end of the day, that's the only way they can get in, because that Big 12, mantra is still there for some reason. Then I got Ohio State beating Utah, I got Bama beating Baylor, and I got Ohio State win the national championship.
I've got Bama playing Georgia first game. I think Georgia will be 4. Bama will be 1. Baylor playing Ohio State. I got Bama winning the whole thing, beating Ohio State. Sam's got Bama, Ohio State, Baylor, and Utah. Not bad.
No, it's not bad.
Pretty simple. We're all pretty close.
Yeah.
All pretty close in that at least our top 2, or well, actually 3.
Yeah.
For the most part. We got 3 of the same suspects. The only ones we disagree about are Georgia.
And like I said, Bama, man, like we always say, Bama's they have a contract. They got to be in there no matter what.
Yeah, so they're winning it all.
Dude, if he's right, I'm gonna give him $100 cash.
If Sam gets it right, we're gonna build a statue for him and put it outside of HEB.
Yeah,
that's what we'll do.
Gotta get one of the famous poses that he does, and just put it out there.
And then we'll go put it right in front of it. We'll make a copy of it and go put it right in front of RG3's
Yeah. Right there. Move
Just
over,
real-
Grant. Move over, Grant Taft.
She's not
And you know
supposed to tell them, they'll be looking for you.
And you know what? If he does that, I think that'd be perfectly fine. They'll be like, "Hey, just let him. Just let him."
They could be doing a lot worse. That's the least of our worries.
Yeah. So, man, college football season. Love to see it. Ready for it, man. So we're gonna do our Big 12 picks. So this season we're gonna do Big 12 picks. We're not gonna do the entire college football landscape. Nobody cares about Purdue and Akron. You know,
Yeah.
who cares about them?
If anything, we may just do like add in a big game of the week or something like that.
Yeah, we'll do that. We're at the big game of the week. So yeah, let's
Kind of
run.
like a tiebreaker, if you will.
So let's run down what we got. So Thursday, September 1st, we got Central Michigan versus Oklahoma State. And then we got West Virginia versus Pittsburgh. So on the first game, I'm going to take Oklahoma State. Second game, man, I'm going to go Pitt.
I'm with you on both of those, Oklahoma State and Pitt.
And then Friday, we have Tennessee Tech and Kansas, and TCU versus Colorado. God damn, Kansas better win. That's all I'm going to say. I'll pick Kansas. TCU Colorado. Man. I'll go TCU.
I'm going to go Big Bad Kansas. And, you know what? I picked them to finish high up, so yeah, I'm going to go TCU.
That's a brutal game. 9 p.m.
Yeah.
For them. Ooh.
Yeah.
Future Big 12 matchup? No. Colorado, stay away. Don't want to see that. And then Saturday. So Saturday, we got Southeast Missouri State versus Iowa State. I'm going to take Iowa State.
Iowa State.
You have UTEP versus Oklahoma. I'm taking Oklahoma.
I'm going to take Oklahoma.
You don't, never mind. Then we got Albany versus Baylor. I got Baylor.
Baylor.
And you have South Dakota versus Kansas State. I have Kansas State.
Yeah. If it was South Dakota State, I'd probably take South Dakota State. But yeah, I'm going to go
Kansas State losing somebody like that last year or 2 years ago?
Was it Liberty?
Something dumb.
It was like an FCS school. I think they lost to.
I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah. Oh no, it was Louisiana Monroe. I think
that's who it was.
That's who it was. It was Louisiana Monroe that they lost to. The Raging Cajuns.
We got old Murray State versus Texas Tech. I'm gonna go with Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tech. I had to think.
Speaking of Louisiana Monroe, they play Texas. I got Texas.
Texas. They better win. I'm going to the damn game, so they better win. I'm gonna be pissed if I gotta sit out there in that heat and watch them lose. At least it's a night game, so it won't be that hot. But yeah, they should win.
But yeah, so that's the Big 12 action coming up starting Thursday. Man, I can't believe it's back already. I mean, it feels like it takes a long time to come back, but when it's back, you're like, damn, it's already here.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Hater. Oh, man, that's funny.
So with Texas, man, so we talked about where you feel like they're going to fall in the Big 12. So what's your prediction? What's your thought process of this year? Is it kind of a wait and see, or?
I think it's basically a placeholder season. I really do. I think it's just going to be setting the table for Arch Manning to come in. That's all it is. I think this quarterback, if he plays well, maybe they'll tell Arch, hey, look, just redshirt a year, and then after that it's yours, because he's either going to move on or he's going to get the hell out, one of the two. If he sucks, it'll just be, or if he just has a subpar year, it'll be easy for them to say, okay, thank you for holding it down, Arch, you're in.
Yeah.
But even then, he's only going to play 2, maybe 3 years, and then he's gone. I think as soon as he's eligible to go, he's gone. So,
yeah, it's going to be interesting. You know, it's always a question mark. What's going to happen this year?
yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
I think they'll be all right as long as Robinson stays healthy and they're able to keep running the ball. That's the big thing. Worthy can stay healthy and put up the same type of numbers he did last year. Then I think we got a good chance. We got rid of all the guys that like to drop passes, so I think we'll be all right. They transferred out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The defense too, you know, they have to really.
That's the one thing I'm worried about is the defense. Like that Bama game, I think we'll be close for about a quarter and a half, and then after that, it's going to be all Alabama.
Man, I can't believe I just forgot they're playing Alabama this year.
Yep, second game of the year. Ticket prices are ridiculous.
I imagine they are.
Nosebleed, dude, $300.
I want to see Saban sweat. I don't want to be way up there. Man. But yeah, Fan Sam say college football is the best. Yes, it is, man. The best. The best.
It's the best. It's the most fun you can have watching football without really having a vested interest in the school or the team. You can just put it on and go, yes.
Yeah.
Versus I feel like NFL football has gotten ruined and gets me more involved because I'm only concerned about, okay, I've got this player on my fantasy team and I'm playing this guy. So I'm just like,
That's why I don't do fantasy, man. I'll be stressed for no reason.
It's different vested interest for me. You know, college, I can just put it on and enjoy it no matter what. You know, if it's not Texas, okay. If it's not Baylor, okay. I can watch it and I can just have fun watching it. I'm not, stressed out watching the game.
But there's some game, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, and I just remember late at night, it was UCLA and somebody, and I just put it on, and, man, it was like one of the best games I watched during the regular season. I forgot who they were playing, but it was just one of those, like, back-and-forth games. It wasn't real high scoring, but it was just back and forth, and I was literally laying down watching on the couch. Then I sat down. Then I was like this.
And you're sitting at the edge.
I was up like this at midnight, like, what the hell am I doing up? This game is awesome. Yeah. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
Sitting there pacing in front of the TV, hands behind your back.
Like you said, got no interest in either team. So I'm like, oh my God, this is great.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody had put on Facebook, man, is anybody watching this game? I was like, hell yeah, I am. They're like, my God, I thought I was the only one up. I was like, nah, I forgot who it was UCLA and somebody, but it was like, one of them games. I mean, it's college football. That's what it's all about.
It's like that from a few years ago with that Oklahoma and Texas Tech where they just were scoring left and right. It's like, man, I don't like either team, but damn, this is fun to watch.
Yeah. And I'm one that's always said, man, I don't like those type of games, when it's, my team involved. Like, no, stop the shootouts. Yeah. No. Somebody stop somebody.
Like West Virginia and Baylor.
Oh, my God, that game pissed me off. The Baylor-Washington Alamo Bowl game pissed me off, man. It's like, what is – no.
Stop them.
Yeah, I got to play defense.
This ain't arena football. But, it's easier – to me, I think it's easier to watch college football and not be so uptight about it or watching on pins and needles. So I'm just like, man, I don't know.
It was a great game, but it just pissed me off. I was too intense, man. My blood pressure was up high that whole game.
Yeah, this is like versus NFL. I'm like, man, the NFL, like you said, with fantasy football, I'm just like, I got to watch everything. And that kind of makes me mad because it's like I can't do anything else with my Sunday. Have to pay attention. And if I'm not paying attention on the TV, I'm on my phone like, okay. And I'm stressing out. Like, okay, this guy's not doing nothing. This guy's not doing nothing. I hope this guy on the other team doesn't do anything. And it's like,
Yeah, I can't do that.
I like it, but I'm like, at the same time, like, I hate myself for it at the same time.
As you can tell, if anybody's watching this, I'm a Cowboys fan. So I already got enough stress every week. I can't have fantasy football added to that. I go with no expectations. I'm already just.
That's
We're gonna mess this game up
prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
all the time. Never fails. We could be up 55-0 in the Super Bowl with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We're gonna jack this up somehow. I don't know what we're gonna do. Somebody's gonna kill somebody and they're gonna forfeit the game.
See, y'all could win and somebody's gonna drop the trophy.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones is gonna say the N-word. They're gonna take the trophy away.
Jerry Jones gonna expose himself on live TV. I know it's coming. They're gonna take it away.
It's gonna come out there all roided up and
yeah. Irvin did cocaine. Come on now, really? Gosh.
Syringe is gonna fall out of Dak's back pocket.
But appreciate you guys joining us for this season 2 debut. Like I said in the beginning of the show, we're going to have different format and whatnot. This is going to be the only live show that we do, for the time being. Down the line, we might do another one. But we're going to be putting our videos on our YouTube channel, In Your House Sports. We'll put a link on later on to get to our YouTube channel. We'll be promoting it on our In Your House Sports page and sharing it with you guys. But so our college football shows, we're going to do separate this season. We're going to do college football only, and then we're going to do NFL only. Our college football shows will be dropping on Mondays, and our NFL shows will be dropping on Tuesdays on YouTube. So be on the lookout. We'll give you more information once that pops up. I think it makes it for a better, clear show on what's going on.
Gives us a better opportunity to get everything out, to leave no stone unturned versus having to hurry up and cram something in.
Yeah. So, like I said, they'll be pre-recorded, obviously, but, we feel like we want to give you guys, the insight that we want to give y'all on college and NFL. One day, hey, maybe we'll do a 3-hour show, but that's down the line.
But, yeah, we'll see how that, yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see where, our schedules align and whatnot. So
yeah. So that's, you might see all 3 of us. You might see 2 of us. Hey, one day you might just see one of us on here just giving out, hey, this is what happened this week in the NFL and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, we want to do
4 of us. Might have somebody on.
Might have somebody on. Who knows? Hey, if you're interested in being a guest on a show, email us inyourhousesports@gmail.com. We'll get back with you guys. Seriously. We want to take this show to another level, expand it, what they say, the best thing to do is network with people, right? So that way we get you guys on, you can get us on, whatever you want to do. But yeah, that's what we wanted to do. Like I said, more information will be provided. This show will be posted on YouTube, correct?
We'll work on that, yes. So hopefully we get this up.
If it's not, hey, it's cool. This is live, right? This is our live show.
We're live, pal.
Yeah, we're live, pal.
Sorry.
But down the line, like I said, the next shows that we do, we're going to have them on YouTube. Go like and subscribe our page. Once we get that all posted up and all that good stuff, we're going to spam your Facebook statuses with all our crap on there. Just promoting our stuff, man.
And thank you guys for listening to the audio, wherever that was you were listening to. I might, if I can figure out how to edit all this and still get it on the audio, I might just do the audio. Keep doing the audio as well, but I said I appreciate that for the audio, especially times just having to break it up and add stuff. It's like, oh my god,
yeah,
it won't end. It's like, I don't like this. I'm gonna try to redo this, and then I'm like, I don't like that. Let me go back to the way I had it.
Yeah, so appreciate you guys watching, tuning in, whatever way you have. Share this page, Facebook page, In Your House Sports. We're getting close to 400 likes on Facebook. Go ahead and get your people to like the In Your House Sports page. If you guys are new to watching this show and never seen like who's these guys on here, basically we're just normal dudes, right? We're armchair quarterbacking just like you guys do. We don't know nothing. We're just fans. That's what we do. That's all we do is talk noise.
Yeah, we just talk a lot of smack. I mean, you got to see our group text. I mean, it's just memes and smack talking.
That's it. So if you guys want to advertise with us, inyourhousesports@gmail.com, I'll tell you right now, we'll sell your stuff, man. Promote the hell out of your stuff.
We'll sell it like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan. Sell to an old lady, we'll do it. Whatever you need us to do.
Sell salt to a slug.
Yeah. So, InYourHouseSports@gmail.com. Let us know.
Email us. Let us know. You want to sponsor the show?
Yeah, let us know. We'll do everything we can. You know, we want to get branched out. Like I said, we'll try to get this thing out, doing our thing. So,
trying to compete.
Yeah,
everything.
But yeah, appreciate you guys. Manny D.
Boy Vassos.
Appreciate y'all. Peace out.
Later.